With the aid of a motion picture, Ken Morgan and Professor Arnold learn that Dr. Draper is actually the treacherous Ernst. They go to the police, leaving Babs alone in the laboratory, when suddenly...
Come on, Thor. I'll go down to the vault and get the metallurgy disc. Ernst gave me the combination.
Go ahead, but make it snappy. I don't like hanging around here.
Thor! No, Thor, no! No, pick it up! Pick it up! Up, Thor, up! Good. Help me get this contraption into the truck.
Babs, what is it?
The gorilla tried to choke me.
What? The metallurgian man is gone. You better take a look in the vault, Ken. They may have taken the metallurgian disc, too. You feel better now?
Just as you suspected, the disc is gone.
Well, this means that all our efforts have been useless.
Not only that, with the robot in Ernst's possession, anything can happen.
Let's hope they try to hide it in that paint factory.
Ernst is too smart for that. He'll have some other angle which none of us have thought of.
You're right. There's only one way to handle this. Police.
Get back, Thor. Get back. Back, Thor. Back. Back. Get back, Thor. Get back. Push, Thor, push! Push! Stay there, Thor, stay there. Get back. Stay there. You know, this is Ernst's famous metallurgian man.
Bring it back here.
Calling all cars. Calling all cars. Be on the lookout for a dark panel truck. No license number. Make unknown. It is believed to be manned by a couple of armed men and is supposedly transporting a gigantic ape. Car 712. Proceed at once to the municipal zoo. The possibility exists that the famous gorilla Thor may have been removed from his cage there.
Nora, I'm taking a chance by using this telephone, but it's urgent. Is Nordic there yet?
Hold the line. Nardik, the boss is on the phone. He says it's urgent.
I'll be right there.
What's on your mind, Professor? They are? Well, I'll get started right away. What about the robot? We haven't got him in the tunnel yet. I'll take care of him from this end. You rush over here with that ape. No, you can't take him back to the zoo, unless you want to run smack into the police. I got you, boss.
I've got to leave. You stay here till I get back.
After that, everything suddenly went black. The next thing I knew, Dad and Mr. Morgan had returned.
Did you get a look at any of the men?
Yes, one. I believe I'd recognize him if I ever saw him again.
Well, that's fine, Miss Arnold. Now, I think I'd better take a run out to the zoo. Mind if I go along, Inspector? Not at all. Come along. Come on, Philip. Easy, boy. That's the boy. Get away! Get away, Thor! Get away! Get back! Get back!
I'll sure be on the spot when they find out that ape's gone.
Not if you're smart.
How do you figure that?
Go through the secret entrance of the cage. Open the iron gate, take away the lock and chain. They'll think Thor got away by his own cunning.
That's a good idea.
Looking for someone? There's a gorilla wandering around loose in the west end of town. We've got orders to investigate if Thor got out of his cage.
As far as I know, that ape's in his cage sound asleep right now.
That may be the inspector now. We'd better wait and see.
Good evening, Inspector.
We were just going in to check up on that gorilla.
Oh, you men wait here. Mr. Morgan and I will go in and have a look.
This is the gorilla's cage.
Well, he's gone. He took the lock and chain with him.
You'd better not overlook the fact that someone might have let him out, but wants us to believe that he escaped by himself.
Sure you didn't see anyone take that gorilla out of here tonight?
Positive. There's no way out of this, Lou, except by the front gate. Unless he climbed over that fence back there.
Well, I guess that's about all we can do tonight.
Wait a minute, Inspector. I think you'll be all right now. Thor, come on. Thor. Thor, come on.
Hold it shut till I get a lock and chain, will you?
Wait a minute. I have an idea. Instead of keeping him in here, why don't we lock him up in the city jail?
What good'll that do?
Don't you see? You'll have him in safekeeping while I put out a rumor that the ape is being kept at the Bainbridge laboratory. This will attract the attention of the culprits who undoubtedly will try to get him back. That's when you'll take over.
Oh, I get it. And I must admit it's an excellent bit of strategy.
Thor, come on. Take it easy. Thor, come on.
I thought you might be interested in this article. It says the police found the ape last night and are holding him at the Bainbridge lab. It looks like a trap to me. I believe it's worthwhile looking into. If it'll make you happy, go ahead. But first you'll have to drive over to Nora's place and see Flint. Tell him to open the door of the tunnel so that I can move the robot in there for the time being. Okay, Professor. And if Flint wants to come for the ride, I'll take him along when I case Arnold's lab. Someone came here to relieve me. Open the door of that tunnel so Ernst can make the metallurgy man walk in there. Ernst wants us to do a little errand for him. We'll take this ladder up just in case. Where are we going? To the Bainbridge lab.
We better beat it before she recognizes me and calls the cops.
Right.
Follow that car.
Drive around the corner and park the car. Arnold's daughter's outside. If she comes here, show her upstairs and make her comfortable.
Go back to the Bainbridge Laboratory and tell Mr. Ken Morgan to come over here right away. How do you do? Have you any vacancies here?
I got one upstairs room.
May I see it?
Sure.
I'm afraid this won't do. Hey!
A young lady sent for me to meet her here.
You must have come to the wrong place. Help! Help! Stay right where you are.
Will Arnold and his daughter succeed in their ingenious plan to recover the Metallogen Man? Will Ernst's hirelings find what they're searching for? Don't fail to see The Secret Tunnel, the 9th exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week. The Metallogen Man has been stolen. Babs trails Ernst henchman to one of their hideouts, where she's made a captive. Ken Morgan attempts to rescue her when suddenly...
A young lady sent for me to meet her here.
You must have come to the wrong place. Help! Help! Stay right where you are.
Thanks for the lift, boys.
She was just climbing out the window when I nabbed her. Come on, sweetheart, I'm taking you in.
Ken! 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 Ken!
Stand back, we're going to break down the door. Babs, are you all right?
Yes, but am I glad to see you?
I called the police as soon as I got your message. Thanks to them, I'm all in one piece.
I think we'd better take a look in the rest of these rooms. If you need us, holler.
Fine. Did you find out anything here?
No, I no sooner stepped in this house when that woman locked me in here.
Looks like a draftsman or an engineer lived here.
There's no one upstairs.
Same down here. I guess we better get back to headquarters and send some detectives over and give this place a double O.
Let's go.
What is it?
It's a map of some sort. It's labeled overlay, number 9876. Rooming house undoubtedly means the place we're in right now. The location of the garage is clear enough, but I can't figure out what they have to do with the sewer tunnel. We'd better get back to the lab. Your father will be worried about you. I'll take this along with us. The only thing I can't figure out is what they mean by triangulate to find point of contact.
What do you make of it, Dad?
No more than Ken has already figured out, my dear. Is this map all you found of the rooming house?
All that could be of any interest to us.
Well, sooner or later we may find out what has become of our metallurgian man.
I hope the police find a clue soon.
I certainly hope we recover it again before long. In the hands of such an unscrupulous man as Ernst, could become a definite menace to society.
You're quite right, my dear.
Obviously, this is the key to something which Ernst or someone connected with him has taken great pains to conceal. If I could only find out what they mean by point of contact.
What's the triangle for?
I wanted to see what an equilateral triangle will show if I use the 2 points marked X for a base.
Does it show you anything?
No, it doesn't.
Do you think Morgan might have found the overlay map in your room?
Well, come to think of it, he might have.
That's bad.
Why? That map won't tell him anything.
Don't be too sure about that. There are 2 crosses on his map, the same as on this one. About locations. One he already knows, the rooming house.
And the other, Flint's repair shop. I follow you. You're afraid he might go there next.
That's exactly right. But when he gets there, you and Flint know what to do. seen Ken Morgan snooping around this neighborhood?
No. But what makes you think he'll come here?
Found one of our maps.
You think he'll call the cops?
No, I don't. But the boss figures Morgan will do a little investigating before calling the police.
I get it. And Ernst sent you here so we could give him a rousing welcome. Huh?
That's the idea. Drive his car in there while I tie him up. Leave your motor running.
I'm beginning to worry, Dad. Ken at least should have telephoned by now. Don't you think we should go to that place on Clenny Street and make sure he's all right?
No, my dear. I think the best thing we can do is to be patient. Our going over there might only interfere.
Maybe so. But it's awfully hard to sit here waiting.
We'll come back a little later and untie him. It looked like he's careless.
Flash.
Yes.
Come here a minute. I want you to saw this board right across this line I've marked.
Yes. I sure will, Professor. When it comes to working on invention, that's right in my line, sir.
Yes, well, you just work on the board.
Yes.
What did you find out?
Only that I've been a dope for not realizing what any 5-year-old child could have figured out. Will you hold that, Professor?
Yeah, I got it.
Have you got a compass handy?
Here you are.
Now look, we already know that this X indicates the rooming house. And this X, marking a repair shop on Clooney Street, is only another point for the triangulation.
Yes, but what is that triangulation? Did you find that out?
Yes, accidentally. Now, by placing the compass here, I draw a complete circle in this manner. Thus, at one point, the circumference of the circle passes over the line marked sewer.
But what does that show you?
Well, don't you see, my dear, what the map calls triangular for point of contact means the point where the circumference of the circle passes over the line marked sewer tunnel. Am I right, Ken?
Absolutely. And you know what that means? That point is the empty paint factory.
You don't say. Paint factory. Just think of it. How come I done a thing like that? Must have been a saw.
Don't worry, Flash. It was only a cheap table.
Yes.
Wait a minute, Ken. Isn't the paint factory near where you believe the meteorite is located?
Absolutely.
Now it all becomes clear to me. Undoubtedly, Ernst is using that factory as a base of operations. I wouldn't even be surprised if we found our metallurgian man concealed there someplace.
Could be.
Well, that's settled.
Wait a minute. Who are you going to call?
The police, of course.
I wouldn't do that. Not until I've had another chance to take a look at that factory.
Ken, you're not going there alone.
All right, I'll take Flash with me.
Who, me? Oh, no, not me, Mr. Kane. I got too much work to do around here.
You know I ain't no coward, Mr. Kent. I was just timid. All you have to do is sit in the car with this gun in your hand and keep your eyes open. Nothing will happen.
I sure hope you're right, Mr. Kane. I may be here when it starts, but I positively won't be here when it ends.
Take it easy, Flash.
We get the dynamite in these holes. Right. Better get around the curve now. We're ready to let her go. Okay.
mystery of the magic metal? What new terrors will Thor the ape bring about? Don't fail to see 40,000 Volts, the 10th exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week. Morgan trails Professor Ernst's hirelings to a deserted sewer tunnel where he discovers the stolen Metallogen Man, when suddenly...
Look. Ken Morgan just came into the tunnel. Him, but good. Now, let her go. Deader than a fish.
I wonder if Morgan regained his senses and disconnected the Metallogen disc.
Well, let's take a look and find out. How are we going to get out of here? This tunnel comes to a dead end back there.
There's only one thing to do. Start digging.
Okay.
Don't take no step, mister. I'll blast you with this long-range artillery.
Flash, wake up, wake up.
What you trying to do, Miss Kent? Shoot me with my own gun?
Snap out of it and let's get going. I've got to phone the police.
Phone the police for what?
Robot's in a tunnel down there under the building. I want them to guard it until we can get it to the laboratory. Just as I figured. Morgan took the disc. Now this thing's useless to us.
Let's leave it here then. Not in your life. The boss would be sore as a boil if we left it here.
Now you two bring it along. We'll get it out of here through the basement of the rooming house. Now bring it on up these stairs.
This is how we get down into the tunnel.
Lead on, McDuff. We'll follow you.
Put it in Nora's room. After it gets dark, we'll take it out the back way.
It's gone.
You sure that's the place?
I'm positive. One sure thing, they couldn't have gone very far carrying that robot with them.
Well, they must have gone that way. Let's hurry in. Maybe we can overtake them.
This looks like the end of the line.
This is a dead end, all right, but how did they manage to get out?
Well, maybe they didn't come this way at all. Don't forget that hole that was dug through the barricade.
Maybe you're right. We'd better investigate.
Let's put it down over here till I found out what Professor Ernst wants to do with it. Don't you know enough to close that door? Flint and Butler's still out there. Did you get the meteorite? No, not yet. We did a lot of blasting, but if it's there as you believe, it must be buried pretty deep underground.
We left the robot out in the lab. Is that all right with you?
What did you do that for? I told you to leave it in the tunnel until you finish the job. That's right. But you see, we had a little bad luck. We can't use that tunnel anymore. How do you figure that out? It didn't cave in, did it?
No, but just as we got ready for another blast, Morgan suddenly appeared.
You incompetent fools. And you have nerve enough to stand there and tell me that one man scared the three of you out of your wits.
He didn't scare any of us. We just maneuvered him into the right position and set off the blast.
Well, that's different. You mean you were finally successful in eliminating Mr. Morgan?
Well, it looked that way for a while, but later we found out that he got away somehow and even took the metallurgian disc off the robot.
I should have known better than to trust any of you. All I can do now is figure out another angle. What about those samples of rock I brought over yesterday? They are not of meteoric origin. You mean there's no metallurgian in the tunnel? I didn't say that.
But you just...
If you let me do the talking and the thinking, we'll get along much faster.
Sorry, boss.
I'm still convinced there's meteorite buried near that tunnel. It'll take a lot of time and effort to get it out. But after the way things turned out today, it's going to be mighty tough to do any more digging. That's true. We daren't even risk going near the place.
Then what can we do?
Simply lie low and let Morgan and Arnold to get out for us. Then we take it away from them, huh, Professor? Something like that. Now, give me time to think. I'll figure out another angle.
You haven't been to the paint factory all this time, Ken.
They aren't in the tunnel beneath.
The sewer tunnel? Metallurgian disc. How'd you get that back?
I tried to get the metallurgian man, too, but Ernst's men got away with it when I went to phone the police.
Well, at least we know that Ernst can operate the robot now.
Would you like to know what he was using it for?
Yes, of course.
To dig rock out of the tunnel.
Is this a specimen of that rock?
Yes, I brought it over here to see if it contained any meteoric substance.
Well, the first thing in the morning, I'll take it to an assay laboratory and have it analyzed.
In the meantime, I suggest you find a safe place for that disc.
You can rest assured I will.
Oh, Ken, I almost forgot. Inspector Hamilton called, and he's very anxious to talk to you.
Yes, I think I know what's bothering him.
You mean the gorilla?
Sure. He's probably upsetting their jail routine, and the inspector wants to get rid of him.
Well, you really can't blame him for that.
I'd better go over and pacify him. Come on, big boy. Show us which way to go.
You ask me, the only place you'll take it to is a zoo.
Don't forget, somebody trained this ape. And I believe that person is mixed up with Professor Ernst.
So you figure on making a homing pigeon out of a gorilla, huh?
Roughly speaking, that's the idea.
Well, at least it's worth a try.
Come on, go on. Well, that was certainly a waste of time.
And a long walk. My feet are killing me.
I thought I had a good idea, but it turned awful sour.
Well, I guess we may as well just lock him in his cage.
That's all we can do. See if you can wake up the night watchman.
Get down out there, Paul. Get out.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Come on. Thor.
Hey, what's going on out there?
Come on, open up. We're the police.
I'm just making my rounds.
Come on.
Well. So you're bringing Thor home, huh?
Yeah, where's his keeper?
Well, see, you know what's the funny thing about that? I ain't seen hide to hire that fella since the day this ape escaped. He figured he'd get canned for being careless, so he just up and quit.
Now, let's put Thor back in his cage and make sure he's safely locked up this time.
The sooner we get him off our hands, the better.
Now, go ahead. I'll get a lock and chain, and I'll bring you right over to the cage.
Fine. Huh? Thor, come on. Thor. Come on, don't start any more trouble tonight. Thor, come on. Thor, come on.
Friendly little chap, isn't he?
How many keys are there to that lock?
Only one. And from now on, anybody that borrows it's going to bring it right straight back to me.
See that they do, or you may have to do some explaining in the police headquarters.
Well, good night, and thanks for bringing Thor back.
Good night. Hey, wait a minute. I've got an idea.
Listen, Morgan, if you're going to ask us to get that ape out of his cage again, forget it.
No, nothing like that. I just happened to remember. Ernst's house lies right over this hill behind the zoo. As long as we're in the neighborhood, why don't we drop in and see if anything's stirring?
Our men check from time to time. They've never found anybody near the place.
We may as well take a look at it.
It suits me.
Well, this is the place. Murray, you'd better take a look around the grounds.
Okay.
You got a pass key that might fit this lock?
I might have.
You wait here in case anyone comes. If I don't come out in a short time, you come in and find out why.
You can depend on that.
That must be the signal from the hallway.
Sure, somebody's in the house.
Better close that door. Oh, wait. Let's prepare a fitting reception for our guest.
of here. The cops are coming.
We'll finish Morgan once and for all. Throw the switch on that control panel.
Succeed in obtaining the Metallogen Man by trickery? Will the snarling, menacing ape break loose again to wreak his vengeance? Don't fail to see The Mad Professor, the 11th exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week. Ken Morgan, hoping that the ape will lead him to his master, decides upon a novel scheme. When the plan fails, he rushes to the home of Professor Ernst to make certain that no one is hiding there. Clear out of here. The cops are coming.
We'll finish Morgan once and for all. Throw the switch on that control panel.
I'm all right.
You know, it's a lucky thing for you I came in here when I did. I thought you were a goner when I saw that 4th of July display they put on for you.
What are you talking about?
Well, don't tell me you didn't know all those electric sparks were flying about you.
Well, certainly not. The last thing I remember is fighting with 3 men.
Wait a minute, Morgan. That electricity's affected your head. There was no one in here but yourself when I came in.
Then they must have a secret way out of here.
They're looking for a secret door in this room.
It's evidently not in here. Hey, could it be in that corridor?
It's not impossible. Well, wait a minute. I think it would be advisable for you to remain here and guard the place. I want to make arrangements to have the Metallogen man move back to the Bainbridge laboratories.
That's okay by me. While I'm waiting, I'll see if there's a secret way out of here.
Fine. I'll be back soon. Well, I'll send the other officer down to keep you company.
Good.
Good morning, Mr. Ken.
Good morning, Flash. What are you doing with all these books?
I decided to become an inventor, like Professor Arnold.
Well, that's splendid. I'm glad to hear it.
I'll be glad for myself, too, because when I start inventing, I won't have to work no more. All I have to do is just sit around and invent.
I see. But you still haven't told me what you're going to do with all these.
Well, I'll just come to that, sir. You see, I have to first find out what has been invented before I start inventing.
I see. Then you intend to find all that out by reading these, huh?
Oh, no, sir, I can't read none of them, sir. You see, it's written in French and Italian and Spanish. But when I've come to be a big inventor, look mighty put it in my library.
I see what you mean. Did the robot get back in there?
Yes, that rabbit is in his hut, sir.
Good morning, Flash.
Good morning, Miss Babs.
Good morning, Flash.
Good morning, Professor.
I must compliment you on your splendid work, Ken.
When you called last night and told us you found the Metallogen man, we were so excited we could hardly sleep.
I'm only sorry I didn't get back the control unit as well.
Well, at least we know that this much of my invention is safe.
Did you learn anything from those samples of rock I brought you?
Yes, I have the report of the assay right here.
We had to wait for it. That's why we're so late this morning.
It says the rock contained no meteoric substance whatsoever. We're apparently looking for a will-o'-the-wisp, a figment of our overwrought imaginations.
No, Professor, you mustn't get discouraged.
That's just what I've been telling Dad.
Your daughter's right. I'm sure we're on the right track.
You really believe that?
Absolutely. In fact, I'm so positive I intend to apply for a permit right now, authorizing us to dig farther in that abandoned sewer tunnel.
And in spite of this report, you propose to go ahead?
That's right. And I'm going to get a crew of men who will dig and blast until we do find what we're looking for.
Good luck, Ken.
I'll need it.
Mr. Ken?
Yes?
I changed my mind about being an inventor. Not with all these books.
What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to open me up a Lend-Lease library.
What did you find out? Morgan has guards stationed at both the rooming house and the paint shop.
Then we can't use either one of our entrances to the sewer tunnel.
Before I forget it, I saw a truck delivering explosives at the paint factory.
In that case, Morgan must have gotten permission from the city to explore for that meteorite. We can't stop him. Unless...
What's on your mind, boss?
How many times has Morgan seen you?
Only once. That was some time ago. Why?
Just sit in that chair. Take off your hat.
What's up?
I'm going to do a little remodeling job on your face. Morgan is working in that tunnel. He's undoubtedly hiring help. And when I get through with this, it'll be safe for you to apply for a job.
Well, I never had any trouble getting a job if I really wanted one.
Well, that's fine. Now all we need is a patch over the eye. And a new name. How about Nelson? Sam Nelson. Now I doubt if even your mother would recognize you.
No, Professor. You could have made a lot of money in the movies. Yes, sir. You certainly can make people look like what they ain't.
That's fine, Meade. Now go get yourself a job.
You bet I will. I'm sorry I have no local references, but you can check with any of the big mining companies in Nevada. Just ask them about Sam Nelson.
Haven't I seen you someplace before?
Maybe so, but I'm sure I never worked for you before.
Do you think you can handle this blasting job?
You just give me a crack at it. You be satisfied.
All right, I'll give you a chance.
Fine.
You'll find the blasting powder and all the necessary tools you need back there.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Morgan. I give you A1 chop.
Fooling with this control unit is a waste of time.
I notice you work that thing quite often.
Of course I do. One of these days, someone at the Bainbridge lab is going to get a bit careless and put the metallurgent disc back on the robot.
I see. And when they do, things will begin to happen fast.
Fast and furious.
I've got good news. I just found out that the ape is back in his cage at the zoo. Are you sure?
I ought to know. I just came from there.
I'm going to see if he's all right.
Watch your step. We can't afford to take any unnecessary chances.
Don't worry about me. The ape's all right. Now do you think it's safe for me to try to get my job back at the zoo?
Absolutely not. If we want that ape, we know where to find him.
I'm all ready to set off the blast, sir.
All right, I'll tell the boys to go for cover and signal you when it's cleared.
Yes.
Collect your tools and get out of the way. You better move the tools a little farther back. All right, man, make it snappy. Come on. Are any of the men seriously hurt?
Nothing serious, mostly shock, I think.
Go upstairs and call an ambulance. Get all the coats and blankets you can find. These men will have to be kept warm.
Okay, Mr. Morgan.
Come on, you and I have got a date with the district attorney.
Just a minute, Morgan.
Go on, get up that ladder.
Let me say something first, will you? I know the jig is up. I know you got me dead to rights. But before you turn me over to the cops, give me a chance to square myself.
Why should I?
Well, for no particular reason except I can do a big favor for you.
I don't want any favors from you. Now go on, get up that ladder.
Then you won't give me a chance to prove I'm not as bad as you think?
What are you driving at?
Just this. You put in a good word for me with the cops. And I'll take you to where Ernst is hidden, that control unit of the robot.
How do I know this isn't a trick?
Well, you're not taking any chances. You've got a gun. I haven't.
All right, go ahead. But if you try any of your tricks, I'll make you wish you hadn't.
All right.
Wait a minute. What are you trying to pull? The police and I have already searched this place from top to bottom.
I know it. But there's a secret room in this house you've never been in. You wouldn't even know where to look for it. Back of that door, but you've never been back here yet.
Go ahead, I'm following.
Doesn't look like there's a door in these walls, does it? The control unit is right in that room.
You get it. I'll wait here.
All right.
Hope you enjoy your bath down there.
Will Ernst's secret radio device aid him in his diabolical schemes? Will Professor Arnold be able to keep his robot under control? Don't fail to see Shadows of Destiny, the 12th exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week. Meade, disguised as a tunnel worker, attempts to kill Ken Morgan. Failing to do so, he lures him to Ernst's hideout with a false promise to turn the Metallogen disc over to him. Suddenly,
You know the layout back of that door, but you've never been back here yet.
Go ahead, I'm following.
Doesn't look like there's a door in these walls, does it? The control unit is right in that room.
You get it. I'll wait here.
All right.
Hope you enjoy your bath down there.
Why'd you remove your disguise?
Came off when I had a fight with Morgan.
You mean you were dumb enough to let him find out who you were?
What could I do? Morgan recognized me, and then the whole gang jumped on me.
I told you, Professor, this wasn't a one-man job. You should have sent Butler and me along with him.
I did all right without your help.
You call it doing all right to let Morgan get the best of you?
Who says he got the best of me? Fact is, Ken Morgan isn't going to bother you anymore.
So you showed him the error of his ways?
No. I showed him the error of trying to make a sucker out of me.
I'll believe that when I see it.
You'll see it all right out of the end of the stairs.
Cops, back to the workshop, quick.
Look in the other room. There must be a device in there to operate this trapdoor.
Live and breathe.
Thanks for getting me out, Inspector.
Think nothing of it. What I want to know is how you got down there.
Like a fool, I walked right into their trap.
Lucky thing I got here when I did.
I'll see. And by the way, how did you happen to come here?
The officers who were here with you the other day asked me to make a further check on the place. Better get into some dry clothes. Phone me later.
All right, Inspector. And thanks again.
It's all right.
Then I went back to the tunnel to see how the work was progressing.
And the blasting failed to uncover any trace of the meteorite.
To all appearances.
Well, I think we better give up the search. In the first place, it's too expensive. In the second place, it's hopeless.
I'm sorry, Professor. I can't agree with you.
You mean you refuse to quit?
Definitely.
Mr. Morgan,
What is it, Hartley?
you wanted me to let you know if anything important happened, so I figured I better come right over.
Has someone been hurt?
No, it's this stuff. We blasted it out of the walls of the tunnel.
What do you think, Professor?
Oh, the color and the density give it the appearance of meteoric substance.
But can you tell if it contains any metallogen?
No, not until I pulverize it and make a test.
Then I suggest you do that right away. I'll go back to the tunnel with Hartley. I want to see how much of this rock has been uncovered.
Friend, slip out and see if the coast is clear. I want to see how Morgan looks in that well.
Everything's all right. Come on. There's no one down there. And the cops must have faced him out, because I left that trap door closed after Morgan had fallen through it.
That means he's as much alive as I am.
What makes you so sure he didn't drown?
Because if he were dead, the police wouldn't let them move the body without the coroner's okay.
I guess you're right, boss.
Gee, it's too bad, but I did the best I could.
I'll see that you get another chance to even your score with Morgan. Shut the trap door. Let's get back to work.
That's fine, Flash, right there. Now you hold that a minute. Very carefully. Here you are. Now I'm ready to make the test.
I'm sure you is, but I sure I is.
You know, if this thing works, I'm going to teach you how to run it, Flash.
What for you do that?
Well, once you get familiar with how it operates, you won't be afraid of it anymore. Proves that the meteoric substance I put into that tube is almost pure metallogen.
That's good news. Who said that?
Here, now, Flash, you take hold of this control. Here, give me that. Put your other hand on that one. Now, turn this one slowly to the right. Now turn that one. Now, move the one up there. Now to the left of the other. Now turn this one straight up. See how it works? There's nothing to be afraid of.
Yes, I can see. I sure appreciate it.
Here, let me take it. Put this disc into the ball and lock it securely. I'm going to run over the tunnel and tell Mr. Morgan the good news.
Yes, sir. I'll lock it securely. I'll do just exactly like you told me.
That's fine, Flash. I'll see you later.
Goodbye, sir.
Morgan undoubtedly returned to the tunnel to do some more exploring for that meteorite.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to figure out is how we can keep tabs on what's doing there.
We can. Not as long as he keeps all entrances guarded day and night. I think I know a way to find out. How's that? We built 2 of these control units at the same time, but we didn't have enough metallogen to operate both of them.
And Morgan has the other one, huh?
That's correct. But how's that going to tell you anything? That's very simple. If Morgan finds what he's looking for, Arnold will try it out in the other control unit. So all I have to do is switch it on and watch for a reaction.
And all we do is sit tight and wait for something to happen.
That's all.
Man, you ain't got nothing to be scared of. Remember that rabbit will do just what you want.
machine on the control unit.
This proves that Morgan found the meteorite.
What makes you so sure of that?
There's no other way they could have secured the metallurgian to operate the control unit. Here's where I crossed them up.
Wait a minute, man. You're going to get us both in trouble.
Find out how much of that metallurgy they discovered.
Bad chance you got, the way things stack up now.
I think I've got a very good one.
Yeah?
What's that?
The rock they dig out of that tunnel will have to be smelted in order to extract the metallurgy from it. There's only one place in town that can be done.
Wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, Joe Butler has a very good friend working at that smelter.
Perfect. Get in touch with Butler right away. Tell him to make a deal with his friend so he'll keep us advised as to the disposition of the metallurgy.
Good idea, boss.
I just found out they're moving Arnold's metallurgy from the smelter to the Jefferson Bank vault by armored truck right now.
That's the break we've been waiting for.
Are you sure you're feeling all right, boss?
Never felt better in my life. Now listen to me, Flint. I want you to pick up Meade right away. Then drive over to the abandoned brickworks and wait for the bank truck to arrive. When it does, get the metallurgian and bring it here.
What chance have we got against an armored truck?
Yeah, and how are you going to get the driver to take it over to the brickworks?
I happen to know that any Jefferson truck is equipped with a short-wave radio to enable the bank to contact it while in transit.
It doesn't help us any.
It will, when I cut in on that wavelength and give the driver my instructions.
I never thought of that.
Now, don't lose any time. Every second counts. Now, let me see. What was the name of the manager of that vault? I've got it. Gilbert. John Gilbert. Gilbert, calling Jefferson Armored Truck. Gilbert, calling Jefferson Armored Truck.
Yes, Gilbert. This is McGarry. What's up?
I've just learned there may be trouble if you try to deliver that shipment here at the bank.
Then where shall I take it?
Drive to the brickworks on Highfield Road. I'll have some men meet you there.
Okay. I'll call you right back and verify that change.
That's what I want you to do.
Now we're sunk when he calls that
You won't
man.
be able to. I'll fix it up right now.
Something's gone haywire with this set. I'll try and fix it.
That truck is a half an hour overdue now. Oh, will you please call us the minute it gets there? Thank you.
I certainly hope nothing has gone wrong.
I've got a feeling something has. I'd better take a drive along the road they'll be coming in on. Mind if I use your car?
I'm sorry, it's in the shop, Ken.
Okay, I'll take a cab.
succeed in obtaining the world's last known supply of metallurgen? Has Thor, the jungle beast, turned on his master? Don't fail to see The Gorilla at Large, the 13th exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week. Professor Arnold has obtained the world's last supply of metallurgen and is sending it to a safe place for keeping. Ernst hijacks the shipment, but Ken Morgan goes to recover it when suddenly...
One side, please. Stand back. I'm a doctor. Better let me take a look at you.
I'm all right. You better take a look at him, see if he's hurt.
You'd better go upstairs and let me in.
Think they've had time to make the run over from the brickworks?
Just about.
You got the metallurgen, huh?
What do you think?
That's swell. The boss is sure anxious to get his hands on that stuff.
Well, I see everything turned out all right. There's enough metallurgen here to operate 1,000 robots.
Well, what about Morgan and Arnold? If you start manufacturing those things, they'll have the police right on your neck.
Do you think I'm fool enough to try to manufacture anything in this country? As soon as I can make the necessary arrangements for transportation, we're moving to a foreign country. Lock, stock, and barrel.
What country have you in mind, boss?
Well, that's a secret, which I don't intend to reveal even to you until the proper time.
Are we going by boat or plane?
We're shipping our stuff by boat. First thing in the morning, we'll order crates and pack up all our paraphernalia. We'll store it in a place I've arranged for on the west coast, so it can be shipped from there by boat later on.
Then we're going by boat too, eh, boss?
Certainly not. The minute we tried to board ship, we'd be arrested.
You can say that again.
truck like you told me to.
Fine. Now go get that ape. Take him over to the vet's place where we stored some of our stuff. There happens to be a cage there large enough to accommodate him.
All right.
Come on, Thor, I'm going to take you on a nice little joyride.
As soon as I found that the cab driver was all right, I got in touch with Inspector Hamilton. He and several of his men helped me search Ernst's house again, but to no avail.
Do you believe those hoodlums could have taken the Metallogen to one of their hideouts?
It's possible, but not very likely. However, the inspector is leaving no stone unturned and is right now checking every one of the places they've been known to frequent.
What about the driver and the guard on the armored truck? Have they been located yet?
Yes, Ernst's men had waylaid them and locked them up in the old brickworks on Highfield Road. Fortunately, they weren't hurt.
Whatever crimes have already been committed by Ernst will appear insignificant should he decide to build an army of those robots now that he has the Metallogen in his possession.
Yes, that's what I'm afraid of, Professor.
Bainbridge Laboratory, Professor Arnold's office. It's for you, Ken.
Ken Morgan speaking. Good morning, Inspector. They found the armored truck, but it was empty. Well, yes, I'm listening, Inspector. Go ahead.
But you might also be interested to know the apes disappeared again. No, the cage gate was locked.
Sounds like an inside job to me.
Yes, doesn't it? That's why we've got the watchman down here for questioning. We're also checking the lock and chain from the cage for fingerprints.
That's a good idea. Goodbye, Inspector, and thanks for calling. Well, the gorilla's disappeared again.
What?
Yes. But how could anyone get him out of the zoo without the watchman's knowledge?
I'll bet he's in on it all right.
That's what the inspector thinks. But I don't think he had anything to do with it.
But what makes you so sure of that?
I've got a hunch. It may sound far-fetched, but I'm almost convinced that there's some way the ape can get out without opening the gate to its cage. I think I've got it. What lies on the other side of the hill in back of the zoo? Professor Ernst's house, as we all know.
But what possible connection could that have with the gorilla's disappearance?
I can't answer that offhand, but right now I'm going over to the zoo and take a look around.
Do you mind if I come along?
No, come ahead.
Hold down the fort while we're going, Babs.
We'll be right back.
I'm going to leave that shortwave radio here for the time being, in case I want to contact you later.
Okay, boss, I'll stick around and pack the rest of this stuff.
We'll move our equipment out sometime tonight, unless something unforeseen happens.
That's what worries me, this unforeseen business.
You don't need to worry. You're perfectly safe as long as you stay right here in this room. If Norrie comes, tell him I've gone to the vet's. I want him to meet me there later.
All right, I'll tell him.
I'd appreciate it if you'd go get the attendant. I'd like to ask him a few questions.
Well, certainly, Ken. Strange. Mr. Morgan was here only a moment ago.
What's keeping the boss? Get over there and answer that. Be sure to make it sound natural.
Keep your shirt on. The boss left here a long time ago. He ought to be there any minute now.
Well, he'd better, because I'm getting tired of standing guard over this metallogen.
Quit talking so much.
What's wrong with you, Butler? You don't sound like yourself.
There's nothing wrong. Nothing.
All right. I'll see you later.
Where'd that call come from?
Try and find out.
Are you going to tell me, or do I have to beat it out of you? Where is that place?
5916 Kensington Street. Used to be a hospital for cats and dogs.
You could have saved yourself a lot of punishment if you'd have told me that before. Now get over there and sit down. I'm going to tie you up until the police get here.
I got work to do. I can't wait around here all day.
Well, I know he must be around here someplace.
You can find me again if he shows up.
Get into Ernst's house through there?
I certainly did. I'll tell you all about it while we're driving. Come on.
Wait a minute. Where are we going?
To get the metallogen.
You really mean that?
Hey, Nordic.
All right, Butler. What's on your mind?
You guys better get out of there. Morgan's on his way over, and he may be bringing the cops.
How did Morgan know where we are?
He found his way in through the tunnel. He was here when Nordic called me.
You haven't a second to lose. Leave there at once. Meet us at the Barclay Airport.
Okay, boss. I'll be seeing you.
Hey, that sure is tough luck. Looks like we're going to lose all this equipment, besides what we left over at your house. We can replace everything except the metallogen. That we'd easily take with us. Leave everything here as is. We'll go out the back door. But what about Thor? You don't intend to leave him here, do you? I most certainly do. Where we're going, those apes are a dime a dozen.
Sure looks uncomfortable in there.
I was just going to tell you to let him out.
Oh, gee, boss, that's swell. Come on, Thor, old boy. I'm sure glad you're coming along with us.
You know darn well he isn't.
Oh, gee, I thought you changed your mind when you told me to let him out of the cage.
Stop worrying about that ape. He'll probably be better off without you.
Well, so long, Thor. I hope they treat you good when you get back to the zoo.
This is the place. You'd better wait here until I've had a chance to look it over.
All right, Ken, if that's the way you want it.
Will the magic detector lead Professor Arnold and his daughter to the stolen metallogen? Will the treacherous Ernst force Arnold to turn the metallogen man over to him? Don't fail to see His Last Flight, the 14th exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week. Professor Ernst intends to ship the stolen metallogen out of the country. Ken Morgan, learning this, attempts to regain the valuable metal. Suddenly,
feel now, Ken?
I'm all right. Thanks for helping me.
I hated to kill that ape, but there was nothing else I could do under the circumstances.
I doubt if Ernst would have packed the metallogen into one of these crates. Still, we'd better make sure of it before we leave here. You take that crate over there, and I'll open this one.
Okay.
Did you find any metallogen, Dad?
Well, Ken and I searched another one of Ernst's hideouts, and the police looked every place else we could think of, but found nothing.
Well, why didn't Ken come back with you?
He went over to police headquarters to talk things over with Inspector Hamilton. I've given up hope of ever finding that metallogen again.
Dad, you mustn't feel that way.
That's easy enough to say, my dear.
Isn't there anything you can do to find the place where Ernst has hidden the metallogen?
Of course there is. Why didn't I think of it before?
The metallogen detector.
Look at that, Babs. Shows a slight reaction.
Then the metallogen is still hidden somewhere in the city.
You're right, my dear. And the needle points to the north. I'm going to investigate that right away. Oh, Flash.
Yes?
Get the car. We're going to drive over to the north end of town.
Why couldn't we go to the south end instead, sir?
Why the south end, Flash?
Well, it's like this, Professor Arnold. If we go to the north end, we'll ought to find what we're looking for. And if we find what we're looking for, this here place going to be cluttered up with them there rabbits. And if this place gets cluttered up with them rabbits, I got a feeling I'm going to be mighty unhappy about the whole idea.
I wouldn't worry about that, Flash.
Oh, no, ma'am, I ain't worried about it. But I'm just laying down my ultimatums.
Don't you want me to come along with you?
No, you'd better wait here in case Ken Morgan calls.
Very well.
Vibrations are getting stronger. Turn to the right at the next corner, Flash.
Just as you said, Professor.
The needle vibrated peak intensity just as we passed that garage.
That's what I thought, too.
Did you notice it?
Yes, I know something was vibrating the way you told me to stop so suddenly.
Yeah, well, turn off your motor. We're going back there and take a look around that place.
Yes.
Flash, do you remember Mr. Morgan telling us about this place?
You mean why Miss Ken got beat up by Professor Oint and his men, and they tried to asphyxiate him?
Oh, no, asphyxiate, Flash. Asphyxiate.
That's what I mean. And they found some kind of map or something.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
Don't remember a thing about it.
Well, I'll tell you, Flash, suppose you go that way and see if you can find another entrance to this building, and I'll go this way and do the same.
Yes, I'll do what you told me, all right. But I already know what I'm going to find.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm going to find myself far away from here if any trouble starts. satchels in there full of some kind of funny cans.
Well, bring one here so I can see it.
Yes.
It's the Metallogen. Oh, nice work, Flash. Get the other satchels. Get these out of here and then notify the police.
Yes, the quicker we get out of here, the better.
I don't wait. That's the truck. Someone's coming in.
Hey, open up, you guys.
Flash, I'll open the front door. You drive the truck out.
Yes.
What do you think you're doing?
Turn off that motor.
So?
How did they find this place?
That I don't know, but it's a cinch that Morgan and the cops are somewhere nearby.
I guess you're right. So the best thing you can do is get the truck with our stuff out of here and take those two along just in case.
You get inside the truck.
You better stick around. The boss might be here any minute. Tell him we've gone to the other place. All right. Take a look outside and see if the coast is clear.
All right, stupid. You want to drive? Go ahead.
I don't want to drive. Yes, I'll drive. Just name the destination. Where are we going?
Go ahead. You'll find out.
Ken, I'm really getting worried. Dad and Flash have been gone for hours.
If I had any idea where to look, I'd go out and try to find him.
Dad sometimes forgets he's not as young and agile as he used to be.
Don't worry, Babs. I'm sure they're all right.
Well, you will leave me no choice, Ernst. Under the circumstances, I have to give in to you.
Your decision will save you a great deal of inconvenience, my dear Arnold. I've just persuaded Professor Arnold to turn his Metallogen man over to us. I wouldn't trust the old coot. He's probably already got it figured out how to tip the cops off at this place. Don't worry. I won't even let him telephone from here, in case anyone should try to trace the call. Come on, Fred, we'll take the truck. There's a public telephone at Sorrell's gas station on Highway Boulevard. All of you get that stuff loaded. All right, boys, let's get this stuff on the plane.
Sure got myself in a mess now.
Ken? Miss Babs? Oh, hello, Flash. Where are you?
Trying to double-cross us, huh?
Oh, no, it's not me.
I'll teach you.
They were disconnected.
I have a funny feeling that Dad is in some kind of trouble.
The thing that bothers me is that airplane motor I heard over the phone.
An airplane? Are you sure it wasn't a car?
I'm positive. A car motor doesn't make such a roaring noise. Wait a minute. In what direction did your dad say his indicator was pointing?
North. But I don't get the connection, Ken.
This may be a long shot in the dark, but it seems to me that there's a small airport just beyond the north end of town.
There is. I think it's called the Barclay Airport.
All right. I'll get a cab and get right out there. You wait here in case Flash should call again.
I will.
Answer that. Barclay Airport.
Is a Professor Arnold or his chauffeur there?
No, ma'am. Nobody here but the mechanic.
Sounded like the Arnold girl. And he's the one that tipped her off. Sure. Chances are Morgan and a flock of cops are on their way over here right now. Well, I'm going to make sure that this bird doesn't interfere again.
Oh, forget it. Let's get out of here.
What about Ernst and Clint?
They've got to make their own way out to the coast. We can't afford to wait for them.
I'm sure glad to see you, Mr. Ken.
Where's Professor Arnold?
He was here, but he's gone now. He went for a ride with Professor Ernst.
Where did Ernst take him?
I don't know, Mr. Ken. I've been in so much mirrors today that I just can't recall. I'm all confused in the head.
Why did they bring you here?
I don't know why they brought us here, but some men just took off for the coast in an airplane full of that man Palazian.
To the coast?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. That's what the men said.
I'm going to charter a plane here. I may be able to catch them when they have to come down for gas. You notify the police right away to be on the lookout for Professor Arnold.
Yes, sir. You can rest assured. You can depend on that, Mr. Ken. Give me the police department. There's been a lot of trouble here.
Bainbridge Laboratory, Professor Arnold's office. Dad, I'm so relieved to hear your voice. Is Ken with you?
No, he isn't. He doesn't know where I am, and he wouldn't even know where to look.
Careful.
I can't answer any questions, so don't waste time asking them.
Now I'm convinced something dreadful has happened. I'm going to call the police right away.
No, you mustn't, please. I assure you everything will be all right.
Get down to facts.
Now listen carefully, Babs, and do exactly as I tell you. I'm sending a messenger to the laboratory right now. You must train the metallurgy man and the control unit over to him. If somebody at the laboratory should ask you any questions, simply say, I want these things for an experiment. Is that clear? Good. Above all, don't let Ken or the police know anything about this. Do you promise?
Of course, I'll do whatever you tell me. Hello? Hello?
Everything is all set. Drop Arnold and me at the Brickworks on Highfield Road. Then you drive over to the lab and get the stuff.
You want me to take it right out to the airport?
Certainly not. Pick me up first and we'll go out together.
Escape punishment for his innumerable crimes? And will the metallurgian man turn out to be a force for good or evil? Don't fail to see Justice Triumphs, the final exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week. Professor Arnold and Flash are captured by Ernst, whose henchmen are making final preparations to smuggle the metallurgian out of the country. Ken Morgan makes a desperate effort to prevent this when suddenly...
Now listen carefully, Babs, and do exactly as I tell you. I'm sending a messenger to the laboratory right now. You must train the metallurgian man and the control unit over to him. If somebody at the laboratory should ask you any questions, simply say, I want these things for an experiment. Is that clear? Good. Above all, don't let Ken or the police know anything about this. Do you promise?
Of course, I'll do whatever you tell me. Hello.
Colonel Adams speaking. I'll take care of that at once. Battery Commander, Zone 11. This is Colonel Adams. A plane is reported entering your zone without authorization. The pilot refuses to identify himself. Bring it down.
Don't lose any time. I don't want the boys at the airport waiting too long.
I won't be long, unless this guy's daughter double-crosses us.
My daughter will keep her promise to me.
She'd better. We'll wait inside. It's a long time since we enjoyed a talk together, Arnold. Come on over. Let's sit down. Talk over old times.
It's hard to believe that I once admired your brilliant mind, Ernst.
Then you do admit that I'm brilliant.
No, I only thought so once. Now I know you're a madman.
A mad genius would be a more polite expression.
Flash, where did you leave my father?
Miss Babs, I didn't leave him. He left me to take a ride with Professor Ernst.
Well, I thought he was with him when he made that phone call.
Miss Babs, I'm afraid your father's in real danger. At least he was, till I called police.
Oh, no, Flash, you didn't do that. Oh, that'll spoil everything.
Well, I didn't mean no harm, Miss Babs. I only did what Mr. Kent told me to before he took off in that airplane.
Airplane? What airplane?
The one who he's chasing those men in who took the man intelligent.
Oh, Flash, please do talk sense for once. Well, suppose you start from the very beginning and tell me everything.
Well, Miss Babs, there is no beginning. Your father and me found the man intelligent, and then some men took us for a ride. Mr. Kent come in and took off in the airplane chasing those men who took the man intelligent from us. Before he left, he told me to call the police, so I called the police. And I got in your car, and I come here. There ain't nothing complaining about that, is it, Miss Babs?
No, it's as clear as mud.
That's what I thought.
Flash, will you do something for me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm expecting someone to arrive here any moment. Dad sent him. Now, I don't want you to tell that man anything about you calling the police or ask him any questions. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
He's going to get the metallurgian man and take it to Dad.
Well, that's the best news I've heard since I was a little pickaninny. I'll sure be glad to get rid of that monster.
Professor Arnold's office. Yes, that's right. Please let him come in. Come in.
Professor Arnold sent me over to pick up that robot.
There it is. Help yourself.
Anybody around here to give me a hand with it?
No, there isn't.
Well, never mind, I know how to get it out of here. You just plug in that disc. Out all right, your old man ought to be back here pretty quick.
Please don't let anything happen to him.
Nothing will, unless somebody tries to double-cross me. That's one of them men who works for Professor Lynch. I forgot to tell you. I know he's coming after that rabbit.
Is there anything else you've forgotten to tell me?
No, I don't think so. I'll try to recollect. Let me see now. The man, intelligent man on the airplane, the man after the airplane. Let me see now. And he, Professor Link. Professor Arnold. That's all, ma'am. I don't think.
Ken, I'm so glad to see you. I've been almost frantic.
Have you heard from your father? I know he's with Ernst.
Yes, he phoned and instructed me to give the intelligent man the control unit to one of Ernst's men.
And you actually did that?
I had no choice. It was either that or never seeing Dad again.
Call your place. See what's causing this delay.
How can I? There isn't any phone.
That's what you think. Now go ahead, call. But be mighty careful what you say.
Hello? Professor Arnold. Yes, this is Ken. Where are you? Can you talk?
Let me talk to my daughter, please.
Hold the line. I'll call her. Keep him on the line as long as you can. I'll grab another phone and try to have the police trace his call.
Oh, hello, Dad. I can't hear you. Would you speak a little louder, please?
I asked you, has the messenger left there with the metallurgian man? Poor child, she's so upset she doesn't seem to understand what I'm saying.
You better calm down unless you want something very unpleasant to happen to you.
Babs, pay attention, please.
I can hear you a little bit better now. What were you asking me?
Yes, they're on the line right now. Thanks, Inspector.
What's that? I can't hear you again. Yes, now I understand. That man left here quite a while ago. Are you all right, Dad? We were disconnected.
Don't worry, Babs. The police have had time enough to cut in on this line and check it. The inspector promised to call us back and report what he found out. Hello? Oh, hello, Inspector. You say that call came from the brickworks on Highfield Road? Thanks, Inspector. We'll be there right away. Come on, Babs. The police are already on their way there.
What took you so long?
I had a flat tire.
Did you get everything?
You bet I did. The robot, the disc, and the control unit.
Are you sure you weren't followed?
Not a chance.
Good. Now let's not waste any more time. We must get to the airport as quickly as possible.
But what are you going to do about him?
Lock him up in here. His friends will undoubtedly remember this place and come to find him sooner or later.
Why lock me up now? You've got everything you wanted.
My dear Arnold, it pains me to inconvenience you, but I can't take any unnecessary chances when I'm so close to complete success. That's just in case you get any ideas.
Who's in there?
Professor Arnold.
Okay, Professor, we'll get you out in a minute. One of you get an axe. We'll break the door down.
Dad!
Babs,
I'm glad you're safe, sir.
maybe you think I'm not.
I hoped we'd find Ernest here with you.
You're a little late. He left here a few minutes ago for the Berkeley Airport.
We'll try to pick him up on the road before he gets there.
Mind if I go along?
Not at all.
You'd better take your father home in the car. I'll see you later.
Warn all patrols in Zone 19 to be on the lookout for a dark panel truck heading for the Berkeley Airport on Stewart Road. That's all.
The truck is now heading north on Stewart Road. All officers are warned to be careful as the men on it are heavily armed.
The police car's gaining on us. Step on it.
There's a motorcycle cop headed this way.
Put up that next side road.
know how much the loss of metallurgin means to you, Dad. You've given so many years of your life to the making and success of your invention.
Years of work and hope and struggle mean nothing compared with the fulfillment of an idea.
That's true. Providing that idea is used for the betterment of our fellow men. That, of course, would have been the case had we been able to go on with our plan to build thousands of those metallurgin men.
Yes, Ken, but on the other hand, we must not quarrel with Providence.
It certainly is a tribute to your greatness, Professor Arnold, that you're able to accept our failures so philosophically.
It's not a failure, Ken. It's only a stepping stone to more important discoveries to come.
Well, while y'all inventing things, I sure hope you discover a reason to pay for me.
I'll gladly do that, Flash. You've earned it.
Yes, it sure makes me feel good to be employed for folks that appreciates my unemployment.